Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has been out for about 4 months and has been heralded as one of the best Smash games, or at least better than Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Since its release, competitive and casual players alike have been trying to figure out the meta and the intricacies of all the characters. The metagame is difficult to get a read on this early in a game's lifetime, especially with the limited time that the game has been available to top players and with a cast of 74 characters. If the results of the first major tournaments are any indication, there isn't a solid consensus of what characters are considered top tier. Even though it's been a few months, the results have been all over the place because players are still figuring out other characters, said Vicky Kitty, a Smash commentator. In no order, I at least have an idea of my top 5. I would say Peach, Olimar, Pichu, Wolf, and number 5 is Lucina. A-Star the Third, a Smash YouTuber and Cosmic Arcade player, said that his tier list is similar. He said even if people think they have a read on the meta, there are still other variables to consider. On top of everything, we're going to get patches. With Nintendo releasing patches, powering up weaker characters and toning down stronger characters, the meta can fluctuate rapidly. We could have our current top 10 list right now, but next month when Joker comes out and they do a balance patch, it could literally fluctuate everything. We don't know. The addition of DLC characters is also something that could shift where the meta goes. The biggest challenge is the DLC fighters because something about Smash 4 with all the DLC characters, the meta was slowly shifting in a way that there was a defined cast of characters that competed at the top, but then when Cloud and Bayonetta came out, the meta shifted completely because they were that good of a character and dominated, said Raven King, a UGSG player. But as of now, one thing is certain, with a cast as big as Ultimate, counterpicking is going to be prevalent in the meta no matter what. Some people counterpick more than others, but at the top level, you don't see it as often as you would think, said World Best Gamer player MVD. I think over time we will because people will just have to get good with other characters. An early example of a counterpick matchup in the top level of play is Wolf countering Snake being used by Darkshad at Full Bloom 5. We have Darkshad using Wolf against Snake because that matchup in particular is better than if you were to go Shulk versus Snake, said Vicky Kitty. The counter matchups that have dominated the meta so far have been sword characters and their counters. There's a lot of good sword characters in this game, so having a character to deal with sword characters is kind of a big deal. They don't represent the top of the top, but you'll see them a lot in brackets, said Raven King. A-Star the Third said that swords are in a weird place now. They can't be defined by traditional Smash character prototypes. It's unclear where they stand. You can call them zoners, but they have the frame data to be rushdown characters. They can get in your face pretty easily. With a counterpicking meta on the horizon, players are going to have to expand their pool of playable characters, not only find counters, but also to expand their knowledge of the cast. I think if you're going to be somebody who wants to do well competitively, you should at least have 2 to 3 characters. Obviously you can specialize and skitter around your weaknesses, but counterpicking is very strong and very advisable, said A-Star the Third. Another thing with the game so young is the theory of certain characters and what is possible within the game. Raven King said that while certain combos and inputs are possible for certain characters, for example Pokemon Trainer and the cycling of the 3 playable characters it provides, the practicality of these ideas are underwhelming. Let's break it down. You have to set it up correctly, and then you only have this much % window to achieve it. I still think the character is very good, I just don't think Pokemon Trainer is top 5. While the meta is still uncertain, the consensus is that the game is balanced, and that Nintendo is doing their best to only buff characters that need it and nerfing characters that it finds too oppressive. I think that will make for a healthy meta, and I think the tier list will constantly change, but I think it won't be anything polarizing like previous Smash games, said A-Star the Third. That's all for this video, but please comment, like, and subscribe for more sports and esports news and updates. Be sure to click the bell so you don't miss any more videos on the Game House. From our house to yours.